Hello there. This is your Module 4 review. Our first set of problems, and on your test you're going to have two of these, is where you have to divide some polynomial by a binomial. So we could use synthetic division, or we could use long division. I'm going to use synthetic. So if we're going to divide by n minus 9 in synthetic, we need to figure out what makes that n minus 9 equal 0. So that would be n equal to 9. So 9 is going to be our multiplier, not negative 9. If we were doing old school division, n minus 9 would go out in front, and then we'd have our entire polynomial written down. Notice there's a missing term here. There's no n's, so we'd want to put down 0n. In synthetic, we write down our coefficients. 1, negative 9. Again, there's a n term that's missing. It goes n to the third, n to the second. We're missing n to the 1. There's 0, n to the 1s, and then we have our constant. So there's our setup. We always take our leading coefficient, this 1 in this case, drop it down. Now we multiply it by our multiplier out in front, which is 9. Now we add these two numbers together, we get 0. Now we multiply 0 and 9. We get 0, add 0 together, add the zeros together. Now take 0 times 9, and we get 0. And now add 7 and 0, and we get 7. This is actually just a hair of a step before our solution. All we need to now do is realize that this last output is our remainder. It's always that way. Hopefully you get a 0. That means that n minus 9 was truly a factor. So this last thing is always a remainder because we actually have a remainder. It's not truly a factor. That is your constant term. Here is your x's, or x to the 1s. Here is your x squareds. So in essence, we have 1x squared plus 0x plus 0, and then a remainder of 7. So the nice, neat way to write this is x squared. I don't need to actually write that 1 down out in front because it's just a 1. And then it's a positive 7 for a remainder. So 7 over what we were dividing by. Now what we were actually dividing by is n minus 9. And there it is. I'm going to do one more. So bring down your coefficients in the box. 1, 10, 32, and 36. Come in. And then our multiplier is going to be whatever makes that what we're dividing by equals 0. So that's going to be negative 5. What's up, Lucy? Drop it down.
Remember, I have two things to tell you. Remember when you went to try like, wow, Charlie, you really know your numbers? Because I taught him in the bathtub yesterday.
Wow, Lucy.
So now he knows that 3 plus 3 is 6 too.
Holy cow, high five.
Because we counted 3, and then I showed 3 hands, and then he started off from 3, and then he counted 3 more on my fingers.
Wow, way to teach him that. Alright, well, I'm making a video for my math students, so can you go downstairs and close the door?
Sure.
Thanks, sweetheart. You know, once she kept on knocking, I realized there's no use in... Can't send her away. I mean, I could have, but it would have been louder and taken much longer than just giving in. So, our remainders were positive 1, or not our remainders, excuse me, but the numbers that we dropped down were positive, so I'm putting plus signs in front of them. If they would have been negative, we'd just make a big minus sign out of it. And so, here we are. Our solution when we divide this by this, what we remain with is x squared plus 5x to the 1. We don't need to write down the 1. Plus 7 plus, the remainder is a positive 1, so plus 1 x plus 5. There we are. That's how it goes. Notice when you try some other ones, there are answers on the last page of this PDF. However, make sure that you're showing your work, otherwise you don't get credit.